Many of us dream to study in the US, but how can we make this process free? In this video, I'm going to talk with Dr. Lisa Weimer, Assistant Director, Strategic Partnerships and Initiatives, Fulbright, Finland. Could you please tell a bit about yourself and your Fulbright experience?
Yes, back in 2011, I received a Fulbright grant to go to Finland. And so I'm an alumna of the program. I'm also working at the Binational Commission here in Finland for the Fulbright program. And I'm advising US scholars and Finnish scholars on how to get a Fulbright grant. So very, very involved in the program and a huge advocate for the program as well.
So tell me about Fulbright program.
So the Fulbright program is an opportunity for US students, scholars, professionals, and also students, professionals, scholars from around the world to do a cultural exchange. And so that's to and from the US. And we have over 160 countries who are involved in the Fulbright program.
So what's the main purpose of Fulbright program?
So the Global Fulbright program actually began back in the 1940s, or at least the idea started back in the 1940s. There was a Senator William Fulbright, and he had this idea. There was surplus war equipment all over Europe, and he had this idea of, instead of sending all of that war equipment back to the US, to actually use that as an exchange. So the countries would keep the war equipment, and then in exchange, we would send students to and from that country. And so he introduced a bill in 1945, and it was established in 1946. So ever since then, the Fulbright program has sponsored students and professionals, scholars to go on a cultural exchange. So the Senator Fulbright, he had this idea that what needed to happen in the world was more mutual understanding between countries. And so this was an opportunity to really kind of begin these cultural exchange programs. And so he really thought of it as a way of, encouraging peace around the world through cultural exchange, mutual understanding.
So who can apply for Fulbright program?
So right now, the Fulbright program sponsors over 1,600 US students to go to countries around the world. They sponsor about 4,000 foreign students to come to the US to study. And then they sponsor 1,200 US scholars to go around the world. And then they welcome 900 visiting scholars to the US. So you can see that it's very much this back and forth, students, scholars, and professionals.
This is a fantastic idea, but why should one apply for Fulbright?
It's an amazing experience. So I actually went on a Fulbright grant to Finland in 2011, and it changed the course of my life. I'm still living in Finland now, and I got my PhD and made some incredible friends. You know, the personal development that you go through during a Fulbright, it has all of the different aspects of cultural exchange and mutual understanding. And from that standpoint, I would encourage anyone to apply for a Fulbright grant.
Yeah, but according to you, what makes one a really good candidate or applicant for Fulbright?
So the Fulbright program is really unique in the sense that once you actually get to the country where you are doing the exchange, it's expected that you are an ambassador for your country. And then when you go back to your country, your home country, that you're an ambassador for the US. So you really need to think through, why do you want to go either to the US or to a different country? And how would you be an ambassador in those different scenarios?
What are the benefits of Fulbright program?
So the Fulbright program is very supported. And I actually work for one of the binational commissions. There are over 49 binational commissions around the world. And so a lot of the exchanges are really supported by the binational commissions. And so you have support systems, you have advising, you have enrichment activities during the grant program. And then you also, of course, you have orientation programs. And sometimes you even have programs back in your home country when you arrive back from your exchange. So it's very well supported program. It's been going for over 50 years. And so the practices around the support have really grown and developed, and they're very streamlined. Also, there's an incredible Fulbright network. So once you become a Fulbrighter, you have access to this global network of Fulbrighters around the world. And there's something really magical about that. There's actually a networking platform that's very exclusive to the Fulbright community, and you can go on there, you can meet others, network, collaborate. So it's quite a network that you also become a part of.
Do comment below if you are part of Fulbright program or if you're considering to apply. I hope this discussion with Dr. Lisa Weimer has been extremely useful and has given you a holistic understanding on how to go about Fulbright program. And if you're also considering Europe, do check out my videos on the same. Look forward to see you all soon in my next video. Take care.